know that setting goals are linked with higher motivation, increased self esteem and self confidence, and autonomy? Research shows there is a strong connection between goal setting and success. So, what are your goals for 2022? Let's talk about it.
What up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Talk About It Tuesday. I am your host, Tiffany Story. For those of you who have not tuned in before, you are tuning in to Talk About It Tuesdays with Tiffany. And this is my online vlog segment for Living a Stress Life podcast. And so, twice a month, I try to get on here and just share short, helpful tips that will help you with everyday life, help you manage everyday stressors. And so this week, I'm focusing on goal setting. So our topic is the power of actually setting real goals, right? It's January, it's a new year, and with a new year, all of us like to make resolutions or establish goals that we want to see for ourselves in a new year, right? New year, new me. And I think a lot of times we have very good intentions and we have really great goals, but we don't quite set those steps towards achieving those goals in the right way. And so today I'm just talking about the power of goal setting. I'm just going to get straight into it. A lot of us know it's important to be productive. Like being productive, it gives us a true sense of purpose. It helps us feel like we've accomplished things. It makes us a lot happier. It gives us freedom to be able to do whatever we want to do. But how do you be productive and achieve goals if you're not establishing actionable steps to really get those goals achieved? And so if you see me looking down, I like to take notes to make sure I stay on task and make sure it's quick. But you've probably been told that in order to really be productive, you have to set these big goals, you have to have ambitious goals, and they need to be smart. And so we're going to go over what does it mean, for one, to actually establish a smart goal, but two, what's wrong with just simply setting goals? Because you can set goals all day, but if you don't have a real plan in place or actionable steps for achieving those goals, you're essentially establishing goals that you'll never really be able to establish. Um, Give me just a second. I want to make sure that I'm able to see comments and everything. If you guys can hear me, let me know. But I want to make sure I'm able to see people's comments. Hopefully. Okay. So if you're tuning in, say hello, give me a thumbs up or something to let me know the volume is good. Let me know it's not glitchy because last time I talked a whole 10 or 15 minutes before I realized my internet was glitchy. All right, so smart goals. What is a smart goal? A smart goal it stands for specific, it stands for measurable, achievable, realistic, and timed. That's what a smart goal stands for. And so when you're setting goals, it's good to say, hey, I want to lose weight. But that's not a very specific goal. How much do you want to lose? How long do you want to take before you lose this set weight, right? So a specific goal would say, I want to lose 30 pounds. Okay, great. That's very specific. Okay, let's make it measurable. How do I measure if I'm achieving or getting closer to this goal? Okay, I want to lose 30 pounds in 3 months. I can measure that. If I start here, let's say at 180 pounds, and my goal is to get to 150 in 3 months, every month I can measure my progress by seeing how close I am getting to that goal because I have a specific number, right? Is it achievable? For many people with the right diet and exercise, you can lose 30 pounds, but is losing 30 pounds in 3 months realistic if in the past you've only been able to lose 5 pounds in 6 months? So, achievable and realistic go hand in hand. It's achievable to lose 30 pounds, but is it realistic that you can lose 30 pounds in 3 months. Maybe not, especially if you're struggling with discipline, especially if you're struggling with some type of health issue, right? So being specific is, hey, I want to lose 30 pounds. Being able to measure it is, I want to lose 30 pounds in um, 3 months. That's not necessarily maybe realistic. So, hey, I want to lose 30 pounds in 6 months. Okay, it's both specific. I can measure how close I'm getting towards the progress because I have a specific timeline. Is it achievable? Is it realistic? That's what make your goals smart. Um, so when you're setting goals for yourself, whether those goals are personal goals, professional goals, whether they're mental, emotional, or spiritual goals, you want to make sure that you're as specific as possible. You're giving yourself something to be able to measure. And the only way you can measure a goal and how you're doing and making progress towards that goal is if you have a specific end date. But smart goals are great. But a lot of us go wrong because we don't take it one step further. The problem with goals is there's nothing wrong with having them, but they have a termination point, right? There is a end point or end goal. And so a lot of people will set these very ambitious goals. They'll work towards those goals, and then what? So I'll give you a good example. You want to lose 30 pounds in 6 months. That's great. 6 months down the road, maybe 4 months, you lost those 30 pounds, right? Now what? You at your goal weight, but what do you do to make sure that you stay at that goal weight? And so many times we set smart goals, but we don't have um, any type of measures in place beyond those goals to make sure that we can maintain whatever level of success we achieve. And so when you're setting your goals, I want you to not just think about how do I make those goals smart, but what is a system that I put in place? So, a system, first and foremost, they're more flexible than goals. And if you're type A like me, it's not about just achieving a goal. Let me give you an example. I could spend the whole day cleaning up my house from top to bottom. It's spotless, everything is in place. But tomorrow, when I have a busy day and I'm not able to clean, what system do I have in place to make sure I'm able to maintain a clean house? Hey, having a designated spot for my coats, my bags, you know, after I cook, cleaning while I'm cooking, putting all the dishes in dishwater, just putting the items back on the shelf once I'm using them. Those are systems or processes that you can put in place to make sure that you're able to maintain whatever success you've had once you've accomplished that goal. Because at the end of the day, if you are working really hard to achieve a goal and you've actually successfully achieved that goal, it can be very discouraging and very disheartening if you just turn around and then begin to feel yourself slipping further away from that success. And I know for entrepreneurs, it's a big deal for them to set goals. It's a big deal for them to achieve those goals, whether those goals are, expanding your client base or advertising on social media or selling so many products, hiring so many staff, or I got this one location. My next goal is to have 3 locations. Okay, you can have 3 locations. You can become a franchise or a chain. But the key about franchises or chains is that they have systems in place. When you buy in to a franchise or you buy into some type of chain, they have a whole process. They have step by step action steps that you take. This is the amount of money you pay. This is our color scheme. This is our mission. This is our vision. This is the steps we take to get this quality of service. This is our method for hiring. This is our method for promoting. And so they don't just have goals, they actually have systems in place. And so when we're establishing those systems, when we're establishing those goals, we need to ask ourselves a few questions. First of all, let's start off with what happens if I just shift my mindset that I have to have a goal. For some people saying, "Hey, maybe you should just focus on the system." It's a foreign concept because we're driven towards goal setting where it's embedded in us. It's everywhere we look on social media and on the internet, you have all these people talking to you about setting these goals and establishing these ambitious goals. But you have to even ask yourself, am I able to make this shift in my perspective? Am I able to make this shift in my mindset that if I just establish a system, that I will actually get something accomplished? Even if you don't quite know what your goal is, you can establish a system. Like, if well, when I say you don't quite know what your goal is not as uh smart as you would like for it to be. So some people may say, I want to lose weight. Okay, that's the goal. You may not know how many pounds you want to lose, or you don't have a set amount of pounds, you don't have a set time frame. That's cool. But how are you going to lose that weight? That's when the system comes in place. What are you doing? Okay, I'm going to walk every day. Well, if we actually narrow that down, you could turn that into a smart goal. But if you don't want to turn it into a smart goal, you just want to kind of go with the flow, then focus on the system. I'm going to get up every day and walk, and I'm going to avoid eating bread and soft drinks. That's the system I have. Get up, walk in the morning, stop drinking soft drinks, stop filling my tummy with bread, and you'll start to see progress because you have a system that you've put in place that is a system that will help you lose weight. So first, make the shift in your perspective. You are you okay with implementing a system, not just focusing on the goal? But then when you start looking at how you can even establish a system, if you do have a smart goal set, ask yourself a couple of these questions, okay? Does your daily routine fit with your vision or your goal? Is what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, is your daily routine on a day-to-day basis really getting you closer to that vision or that goal that you have for yourself? If not, what changes do you need to make to get you closer to that goal or closer to that vision? And then if you have a smart goal in place, what's your plan of action? Because people a lot of times have goals, but they don't have actionable steps. So, for instance, going back to losing weight, okay, I want to lose 30 pounds in 6 months. Okay, what are your action steps? I'm going to walk every day. I'm going to eat salads for lunch. I'm going to stop eating after 8:30, 8 p.m. Those are actionable steps, and they're measurable steps. They're realistic and they're achievable. So not only did you establish a smart goal, but you established actionable steps that allow you to get closer to that goal because you have a plan. Okay, then what's your system? If you're planning on eating salads every day, if you're planning on getting walking every day, what system do you have in place to make sure you can take those actionable steps? All right, I am going to meal prep. All right, I'm a meal prep on Sundays, or I am going to fix my salad before I go to bed. I'm going to set my alarm to wake me up 30 minutes before I actually intend to walk so that I have time to accidentally snooze. I'm going to set a second alarm after my initial alarm goes off. That's a system. Every night before bed, I make a salad. I make my lunch every night before I go. That's a good system to hold me accountable to those action steps of eating that salad. And it's in line with moving me closer to that end goal, which is losing 30 pounds by 6 months. So, I want to encourage everybody out there who, every new year they set those goals. I intended to do a live with my girlfriends this past Sunday. I sat down with two of my close therapist friends, and all of us are entrepreneurs. And we did a vision board. And typically I would do a New Year's Eve by myself, just in my room. Last year I did it with my family because of COVID. We stayed at home in the bedroom, and on New Year's Eve we did vision boards. But for me, building a vision board has become a regular part of my life because it allows me to plan out my year and say, what do I want to achieve for myself? And I look at it from different aspects. I look at, what do I want to achieve spiritually? What do I want to achieve personally and professionally? What am I trying to achieve emotionally? And what am I trying to achieve mentally? Those are my 6 areas. And usually, under personal is a financial goal. How much am I going to save? Have I accrued any debt that needs to be paid down? Um, you know, uh, am I trying to purchase something? Am I trying to go somewhere? And so you can break that down however you like, but that's my way of doing it. I choose a personal and professional goal. I choose a and mental, emotional, and spiritual goal, and a physical goal. I always have a physical goal. So when you sit down, get ready to set those goals. You can always play this live back. You can find it on YouTube. I want you to like really give it some serious thought. How do I make this goal smart? How am I as specific as possible? How am I how am I going to measure that I'm making progress? Is it achievable? Is it realistic? Like, and I think so many times we are really bad about realistic. It's an achievable goal, but we're not realistic either about the time frame or what we can actually get accomplished. So be realistic and give yourself a specific time frame for which you want to achieve that goal. Once you set that smart goal, what are those action steps that you're going to take to actually achieve that goal? If it's weight loss, if it's saving, I know Pinterest has really great, like if you have financial goals, Pinterest has different pictures that have a 52-week or a 26-week weekly or bi-weekly savings plan. So you can always download something like that that allows you to take actionable steps towards that goal. And then once you figure out what your action steps are, these are the steps I want to take. What systems are you going to put in place to make sure that, for one, you're doing those actionable steps and that you're actually getting closer towards that goal? That's it, guys. It's very, very easy to set goals if you take time to think about it, take time to think about what works for you. Be realistic about your struggles, be realistic about what you're good at. Um, but I believe that goal setting and setting up systems is really a way to live by. It's the only way to live by for me because I'm type A. All right, that's it for me. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I would love for you guys to share this video. I will be back. Let me see. What's the next time I'll be back? Talk About It Tuesdays. We'll be back on the 25th. We'll again be going a little bit deeper talking about goal setting because January is all about setting goals, all about making resolutions and getting it done. Tune in next time. And until next time, live your best life, moving through your stress life. Holla.